If you pick up a copy of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, on the cover you'll often notice a picture of Sri Krishna, and beside him is Arjun listening in rapt attention. And then there's a chariot in the background. Apart from the impending war, does the chariot hold any significance? Let's find out. Namaskar. My name is Roma Abhyankar. If we recount the Battle of yore, a chariot most often took center stage. A charioteer had to be adept in maneuvering it. After all, the chariot and the charioteer both were invincible catalysts in a war. To decode the chariot's role, let's first listen in to two shlokas from the Katha Upanishad. Atmanam rathitam viddhi shariram rathamev tu buddhim tu sarthyum viddhi manah pragrahamev cha. Indriyani hayanahur vishayansteshu gocharan atmendriya manoyuktam bhoktetyahur manishinah. Yamraj, using the metaphor of a chariot, explains the role of one's Atma to a young Nachiket. Now I want you to think of a chariot and we'll decode what the metaphor means. The passenger or the rider of the chariot is the Atma. The Atma is the eternal self. Our Atma rests in our body, and hence the chariot represents our physical body. Every chariot is managed by a charioteer. This charioteer is none other than our intellect. This intellect allows us to use logic and reasoning to arrive at decisions. If you see a charioteer's hands, he's holding the reins. The reins represent our mind. Our awareness, our consciousness, the ability to think is all possible because of the mind. On a chariot, the reins are in place to help maneuver the horses. These horses represent our sensory organs. It is through these sensory organs that we are able to experience the world around us. When your senses find something appealing, they are drawn to having that experience not once but many times. For a chariot to stay on course, one cannot let the horses run amok. Thus, a charioteer must firmly hold the reins in his hands, which means your intellect must rein in your senses and help you exercise control on your actions. To guide the charioteer on his course is the passenger, the real fighter in the battle. And that is none other than your own self, the Atma. If you're unaware, if you're caught sleeping on the job, there's no way you can guide your charioteer. Chances are that you lose the battle, all because you didn't exercise control. But what if you say, look, I don't want to ride the chariot, I'll just sit in it. That way, I don't have to exercise control. Well, it can't really work that way. It's like saying I have a car, I know how to drive, but since there are so many accidents on the road, I might as well not drive my car. That way, I will have full control. But think about it. When you just begin to drive, yes, the traffic, the driving can all be very intimidating. But you spend time practicing. You drive on empty roads, in traffic, on highways, in ghats, and eventually you're confident to take the car even for a road trip. What makes the difference? Experience, practice, hard work. The same way, by escaping action, we are not going to get any better at it. But by being aware of our surroundings, by giving ourselves the chance and the space to learn from our experiences, we get better at fulfilling our duties. Before we take our chariot to an actual war, we must address the war within. Remember, you hold the reins, and that is your key to winning the internal Dharma Yuddha. Dhanyavad.